All right, guys, here we are, middle of absolute nowhere, and you may ask, wait a minute, you're not on the trail. You're right, we're not on the trail. You want to know what happened? Because someone decided he didn't want to drive his Toyota, he decided to bring his Jeep. And what did the Jeep do? The Jeep did absolute Jeep things, which we got halfway up here and he failed to mention, oh, hey, by the way, my battery light's been on for the last hour and a half, 2 hours. So now we're at 11.6 volts in the middle of nowhere with the engine running. So we don't have an alternator on this thing. So we're trying to figure out a way that we can redneck fix this to get it up to the top of the mountain to bring it back down.
Fine, don't worry about it, okay?
That's what you always say. That's what you always say.
It's a Jeep thing.
Yeah, it's just a Jeep thing.
It's a Jeep thing.
Should have bought a Toyota, really.
I didn't buy this.
So, quick update. There's a buddy behind us in an old, like, 88 Ford Econoline van. And we're like, hey, it's a Chevy. And he's like, do we have...
think they're making it to the trailhead.
He's like, yeah, I got jumper cables, 20 bucks, so we bought them. So we're gonna limp this thing with the jumper cables, and we're placing bets to see if it makes it.
His radio.
So that's it, eh? She's dead?
Service anti-lock brake, shifting to park, service anti-lock brake, flashing check engine light.
Oh no! She's dead.
She's done.
She's done.
Dude, I started climbing this hill and it went down to 8.9 volts and it was just like foot to the floor, not up.
Oh no! Okay,
Let's roll it back to a flat part and we'll just leave it here and we'll go up and come back down.
Okay.
That's okay?
It's gonna be kind of tight back there. Okay, so update. Jeep, dead. And she's way over there. So we're just gonna leave her there and continue on the trail.
We'll deal with it on the way down.
We'll just deal with it on the way down. We'll just, I don't know, hook it up behind my truck and I'll drag it to pavement and then we'll phone a tow truck or something.
It's under warranty.
It is under warranty. I would expect that in a brand new engine. So that's why the owner wanted you to drive it.
I can see why now.
Ah, Jeeps, man. Should have bought a Toyota.
Kyle, buy a Toyota.
All right, everybody pile in. This is ridiculous. Jeep people, I tell you, breaking down on the trail and then they want to ride back to the top. They don't want to ride back. You're lucky I'm driving you guys to the top of the trail.
Can we have the windows down now? Or the
Oh my gosh. How about I turn on the air conditioner?
I'll give you a back massage.
Oh, there we go. That's the shit right there.
Oh, it's like a Porsche. You got massaging seats.
So, thank you, Brandon, for saving us.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
We're
Very
almost
welcome.
at the top of the mountain.
This is why you buy a four-door.
It's also why you buy a Toyota, but that's beyond the point.
This is also, you buy a good radio, because we just were in contact with some people from Hale Creek on the top of Thurston Mountain in Chilliwack.
Which is
So,
what, 50K? 40 maybe?
50 kilometers. That's
Through
pretty
forests and
impressive.
mountains.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what did we learn?
Buy a Toyota.
Yeah.
Well,
Don't buy an
I
American
have
car.
a Toyota.
Don't buy an American
Don't
car.
borrow your friend's Jeeps either. Don't get
Like he said.
After they just got a new engine.
Yeah.
I just got a new motor put in this thing and a bunch of new parts. Can you test it for me? Sure.
Yeah, this is a good reminder of the lesson that we should all know of. Drive 5 kilometers, 50 kilometers, and 500 kilometers before you take it out wheeling.
I barely got to 200.
Oops.
Yeah.
And now look at us.
No battery.
This is fridge mix.
Okay, so status update. We did the whole loop, went up to the top of the mountain, came back down. Now we've made our way back to the Jeep here. We've got it jump started and running-ish. It's hooked up to my truck, which is then hooked to here, hoping that we can give it enough of a jump that we can actually drive it out of here. If not, we're towing it to the pavement, and then as soon as that happens, we're calling a tow truck. Typical Lyric. We got it going and he's like, wait, I gotta get my song. No, don't get your song. Go! Go before it dies again. So a little bit of a status update. We believe it's a heat related issue because now all of a sudden it's holding voltage fine now that it's cold. And that's something. All right, we'll catch up.
Yeah, so I definitely think it's a heat-related issue because we let it cool down for a few hours and now it's charging again at 13.7 volts. And if it was working the night before, that definitely seems to be kind of our most likely issue. It's not like a loose wire or anything like that. The other alternative, it is a dying alternator.
Yeah, well, considering it's got a brand new motor, I wonder if that the alternator power wire backed itself off, right? And it's just loose, bouncing around in there.
Definitely an option, but I did kind of try and jiggle those wires as much as I could with it in the vehicle, so definitely not as much as possible, but it did not seem to want to charge while it was hot.
All right, well, we'll just have to monitor this and see what happens, and I'll probably end up towing the Jeep out of here.
And then I believe it's going to the dealer where we can get the official verdict from Chrysler. Down off the mountain, and now it's overheating.
There's always something with these things, I tell you.
So we're just on our way to go meet up with him and see if we can fix the overheating issue.
Sweet.
Oh, they're so good.
Yeah, the steering is great. They never have
It's
problems
what?
there.
J-E-E-P, just empty every pocket?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we're almost back at him.
Almost, again. Never a dull moment.
See, if everyone had Toyotas who off-roaded, it would just be boring, because you just get where you're going. You'd never stop and see anything.
That's true. Now we gotta find him because he's somewhere on the side of the road here, according to the radio.
Starbucks, I heard?
Starbucks, yeah, but
There's no Starbucks around here, though, is there?
Right turn ahead.
yeah, that's what I thought.
I don't see a Starbucks unless it's in there.
What's in there? Do you see a Jeep in there?
I don't see a Jeep.
I don't know. I'm just gonna go down here and then pull.
Oh, I see Starbucks. It's over there. We can't get there though, but like. We found the Starbucks at least.
That's okay. I can go down there, flip it around.
Yeah, we'll flip a bitch because we already flipped a bitch, and then we'll be behind him. Oh, I see him. It's the one with the hood up. We can just pull over on the right-hand side.
Funny how that works, isn't it? Okay. All right, get out of the way. I got places to be. Oh, Jeeps, am I right?
Well, here we go. Let's get out and see what we do. So we couldn't figure out what it would default to if we unplug that sensor, so we figured let's try unplugging that sensor that's most likely the issue, and hopefully it'll go into like a limp home, put some voltage in the battery mode so you don't get stranded. But no guarantees, but it did seem to be charging the battery.
Okay, here's the sit rep. I think this puts the alternator or whatever. Clearly disconnecting that does affect the charging system in some way. When I'm driving, it'll hold at 13 and then it'll drop really fast and go all the way down to 11.7. It will make a battery light appear, and then if it'll stay at 11.7 though.
That's most likely the battery's just so in that it doesn't have enough voltage, so then the alternator charges for a bit. Since it doesn't have the monitoring sensor, it'll cut out again, go, oh no, the battery voltage is low, charge the alternator, charge with the alternator, and then it's just cycling that. But as long as it's jumping back up, which it wasn't before, you should be good.
It is repeatedly jumping back up. And Brandon, did you see the retro stripes on the back of that Tacoma that merged in front of me?